Hi, it's Dana here. Today I'm sharing a card that I made with the Alleyway stamp set Lava Love. I'm also giving away this stamp set on my blog in celebration of the Alleyway Stamps birthday this month. So make sure you stop by. All the details are in my blog, and a link to my blog is in the description below. So I started with a red card base, let's see, 5.5 by 4.25. I just cut it and scored it. And then next I'm going to use Simon Says Stamp Tiny Hearts stencil to make my background. And I just like to line everything up on my grid mat. And I'm going to just use my hand to hold the stencil. I'm not going to bother with any washi tape or anything. And I'm going to be using Jelly Roll's opaque white pen to color in each of the little hearts. It takes a little time, but I do like how it looks in the end, that the bright white against the dark red for background is pretty, I like how it looks anyways. Um, so I'm going to skip through the rest of it and go straight, there it is, to my background, and just set it aside so the ink can dry. Next I'm pulling out my Avery Ells dotted die set. It's a banner that has little dotted impressions along the edge, and I just cut it out of some white cardstock, and I'm going to use this cardstock with all my stamping and coloring. So I'm going to use Lava Love and the little cute little dinosaur in the stamp set. I'm just going to ink him up kind of off to the side there with some Memento ink, since I'm going to be using some Copic markers. And I like to just kind of line up my banner and then stamp him kind of off the banner a little bit. Kind of adds a little more interest than rather than having him all on my banner. So I'm just pressing him down, and you see there he is stamped. And next I'm going to be coloring him in with my Copic markers. I use basically 3 markers when I color. I like things to blend nicely, so I'm just going with these 3 Copic colors, and of course I don't have my list with me, but they are there on the video. And now if I can get this new program that I'm using to work right, I should have some music as I color this. So let's see if it works. Alright, next I'm going to use this heart from the Alleyway Stamps Nap Time, and I'm just going to add these hearts above my little dinosaur here, a couple of them off the banner too, and then I'm going to color them also with some Copic markers, 3 different reds. I don't have very many markers, but I kind of use what I have. So I'm just going to use my 3 shades of red to color in the hearts. I start with the lightest color and then add a little shading with this medium color, and then of course the dark color. So after I colored the hearts, I used VersaFine black ink to ink up my sentiment, love at first bite, and I'm just going to stamp it kind of on the bottom part of my banner here. Um, And next I'm going to use a 3/4 circle punch, and I'm going to make my little bites out of my banner. And I just punch just a little bit of the circle punch, not the whole actual punch as you can see. And this kind of gives, I like to think, little kind of like bites out of the paper. And I just kind of take little pieces here and there, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little less. And I kind of just basically go along until I like what I've done. So after I punch, I decided to use a gray Copic marker, and I just kind of like lined the little bites. I thought it gave just a little bit of shadow to the bites, kind of highlight them a little bit more, kind of help you see like the individual bites a little bit better. So I just went in with the marker really lightly, and it's the only gray I have, but it's a pretty light gray, um, and just added a little bit of shadow there. Next, I'm going to use some gold washi tape and add it across my card base. And I use my card base just to kind of measure how much of the washi tape I need. I really like this washi tape. I think I picked it up at Joann's. It's kind of this glittery washi tape, but it's not like loose glitter. It's not going to like fall off. The washi tape's actually pretty smooth. Um, and I'm actually going to use 2 pieces of the washi tape. And as you can see, I use my card base to just kind of measure about how much I need. And I just go a little bit past my 5.5 inches, and I just line up my card base on my grid mat, um, and then I just basically pick a line about where I want the washi tape to be, and I try to line up each end of the washi tape, so hopefully when I press it down it will be straight across, and then of course I can also press it onto the mat, which helps the card base stay still for my next piece of washi tape. I wanted the gold to be a lot thicker than just the one piece, so that's why I decided to add the second piece of washi tape. So when I pressed them on, I pulled it up, and I just need to trim off the excess there. And then now I can start kind of assembling the last few pieces of my card. So I added a few buttons to my card base just for some little interest and texture. Kind of decided to use buttons instead of my usual go-to, which is sequins or enamel knots, because I have, of course, tons of buttons. And these are just some white ones that I have. And I'm kind of anal, so they all have to, like, the buttonholes have to be in the same position, like either vertical or horizontal. So I just use some glossy accents to actually glue them down. And I like, because it doesn't glue right away, so I can kind of move them about a little bit if I need be. Um, and I just kind of place them where I'm pretty sure I want them. Um, and then I'm going to place the banner right over on top of them, just to double check my placement of the buttons to make sure that they got back to where I want them. And I just make any adjustments if I need to. Because next I'm going to add some foam tape to the back, and so that way it kind of has a little bit of dimension. And I just used like some leftover um, foam tape dots and just trim off what I need. Take, of course, the backs off, and then I can just add it to my card base, making sure everything is straight before I really press down. And there we go. So I had this cute little Valentine's card, perfect for a little boy or a little girl if she likes dinosaurs. So make sure you stop by my blog. to enter the giveaway for your own Lava U set. Thanks for watching.